Wagwan wiggity warblow people. Right, another location for you guys. This time it's on the centre map. Fartlord69 wanted to see this. Nice name, by the way. He wanted to see any locations on the centre. I don't really play on the centre myself, so obviously I've had to go and have a look and see what I can find, and here's one of them. We're on the edge of the map where the big waterfall is. You should know where that is. We're a little bit away from there. Obviously I've got some GPS coordinates for you bad boys. We want to get right technical and stuff, all that technology and stuff. Look, there's the big waterfall. And for you humble folk, we'll get the paper up where it shows where we are on the map, because it's also got GPS coordinates on that map there. So that's for you humble folk, you know, like all this new age technology, all these using these jibs or whatever they're called. Anyway, it's another underwater base. We're gonna go down, but we're gonna go down really slowly, so there's like suspense, like, you know, like Jason Statham in Meg, like we're slowly going to the depths. We don't know what's in the depths, but there's gonna be Jason Statham. And obviously, if you go down far enough, I'm waffling now, aren't I? But if you go down far enough, you've got the barrier there that stops you going any deeper, like the world barrier. Basically, you can't go through it. It stops you from going any further. And obviously, you can see here we're at the edge. There's a rock there, and that's as far as you can go. We're going to scooch along and just follow this wall along. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I've been watching so many videos for Extinction. Hopefully we get it on Tuesday, I think it is. I can't wait for that. Like, I've only been watching other people's YouTube videos, but just from loads of videos I've watched, I've already seen places that could be good base locations. Little, you know, alternative sort of base locations. But anyway, as you can see, we're just going to glide along the bottom here where the barrier is. We'll take a look at all that rock that we just looked at. I don't know if you guys have noticed it yet. Obviously, you can see the barrier. The rock goes below the barrier, so there's, you know, you can't really do anything there. But what we'll do is I'll come back out a little bit further. We'll turn around, and then obviously you should be able to see where you can go. So I don't know if you guys have picked that up yet. Yeah, there you go. Bosh, you found it, easy. Obviously we can't go through there because that's a rock. So just scooch around to the left a little bit. And this is your entrance here. So there's only one entrance in. Like on the right hand side now, that's the rock that was on the when we was looking on the outside. So you can't go underneath there, even though you can see there's a gap. You can't fit through that gap, so you're completely safe there. And obviously this is the only entrance. There's the floor again. So what I've done here on the left hand side, this is a technique I use with gates. So rather than just put gates down long ways, I stack them. You use more, but if you wanted to fit like say a Rex through that gap there, you'd have to destroy 3 gates just to get through. Now another good thing is these floors, I've laid them in a perfect height so that you can still place stuff down on it. Okay, so it still works. You can still place crafting stuff down there or anything like that, but it can't get damaged. Okay, so these foundations that I've placed down there, they cannot get damaged no matter what, because of the barrier that's below my feet. They're low enough that the game classes as they're protected by the barrier, but the foundations are high enough that it allows me to place stuff on top of it. Alright, so all these foundations here, yeah, the foundations that hold up these gates, they cannot be destroyed. You cannot blow the foundations up to break the gate. You just got to break the gate. And the same thing goes for all these gates that I've got on the left hand side there. They're all on foundations. You cannot destroy those foundations. When it comes to doing it yourself, to get the perfect height, keep using the floor foundations and placing them using the wall, like the actual rock to the right hand side of where I am now, to adjust the height of it. And then you just got to keep checking it. You got to make sure that you can't damage it, and then make sure you can still place stuff on top of it. For this section, I'm gonna it's stuff like a funnel basically. So I'd actually have turrets along both sides of these walls. And it doesn't need to be big enough to get a dino in. You put a transmitter inside the base and just transfer your water tames in for defense. So you don't need to be able to get in and out of this base yourself. You could, if you want, completely block off the front with just a ton of behemoth gates. You can see here, like, this is a small gap to get through. You've got another small area here where you could put some tames, some megalodons or whatever for defense, and just like have this area defended. And then we've got like another set of the gates that I do where I overlap them basically. So it means they're a lot more stronger, and you can actually decide the size of the door that you want. there is a whole heap of doors on there. Like I put a lot of doors there, and you can see they're double stacked as well, those behemoth gates. So if you want to get anything big through there, you've got to destroy at least 3 behemoth gates. And then obviously the foundations there, they're completely safe, they can't be destroyed. This is where I chose the height of the foundations. I just used the wall there where the rock is, and you can just get whatever height you want. So this area is a bit bigger, so you can get some bigger water tames in here. Obviously you could probably fit a mosa in here, and a couple of squid or whatever. That's the front of the main base. We'll be going in there. This is the entrance that you've got, so obviously enemies won't know where your actual entrance is. They'll just see a bunch of gates, and once you're inside, that's that. Right, so the inside of the base, something really stupid, like hashtag wildcard logic. Look, the game, even though I'm protected, I've got the water moon pools going, so all the water's out. Obviously you can see I'm not drowning or anything, but it's still showing the effect as if I'm underwater. So obviously if that's something that really bothers you, maybe this base ain't for you, but like it gives you the look, it thinks that I'm underwater, but I ain't underwater right now. You can jump, you can boost and do whatever. The game just seems to have the effect that it thinks you're still underwater. Obviously this is just an example base, just showing you that obviously what you can fit in here. We've got a rep in there, we've got an indie forge, a big indie forge. Obviously we've got one generator there running everything. Little walkways up here. Obviously I ain't put no turrets down. I wanted to get this video out as quick as possible because I was kind of busy, and someone really wanted to see a location video on the center. So obviously you'd put all your turrets down there wherever you want. Now there's a little secret here. I'll just jump over and show you in a second. Obviously I can get over. I'm just testing the durability of, I don't know, I'm just waffling, like I'm just having trouble getting over, I swear. I brought my license from Tesco. Anyway, so like there's a little secret here you can drop down. I don't know about you guys, but with my bases I do so many little secret areas, like where I can spawn different locations in my base, so that if I get killed and I've got enemies that are in my base, I can look and right, I'm going to choose to spawn behind the replicator because I know that the enemies are in this room, sort of thing. So I do a lot of little extra turns, and obviously you'll see where this is. This is behind all the vaults and that, and behind the replicator. Obviously when I was in there you probably didn't notice that, you know, it looked like you could go behind, but obviously it's just got like a bed in there. Obviously have a vault in there, because if you just died you're not going to have none of your gear out, are you? So wherever you die, if you're in your base, you're trying to defend, make sure that when you respawn next to your bed you've got a vault with all new gear to protect you, to go out there and fuck some heads up basically. Anyway, so like, I'm gonna get out of here now and show you a couple of other bits. But yeah, like Extinction, can't wait. Hopefully Tuesday. I've got a bit of time off, so I can hopefully get my teeth stuck into it and get a good chunk of gaming going. Do some videos. I'm gonna look for some locations straight away, obviously. See, look, from outside you couldn't really tell that there's nothing there. The vaults are there. You know what I mean? At first glance you probably think there's nothing there. Now I placed these dino gates in just the right place so that you can walk up to them and open them, so you can check outside if there is enemies. The worst thing you can do is build a base where you can't have a look at your perimeter or know what's going on, so you're basically stuck in your base without knowing where the enemies are. So anyway, that's the video. Hope you liked it. That's the first one for the centre. Thanks for the support. If you like the content, subscribe and hit that bell if you want to get notified. There's the GPSs again. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.